It's almost 9 o'clock in Berlin City, capital city of the Masshoff's Roundtable. Crash, boom, bang, it's showtime!
Itchy, itchy, ya, ya, da, da.
Welcome to the Masshoff's
Roundtable. Yes.
Ow. Thanks to my lovely band, the Drumsters, and Miss Lolita. Okay, folks, our guest on the show tonight is what we call an unsung hero, which means he has played on more than 150 records, but nobody knows him. No, that's not true. He is a member of the Tindersticks. He has played with Air and has been recording with Jeff Beck, with Seal, and even Robbie Williams. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Earl Harvin.
All we ever wanted is to look good and make it up, but someone can take it. God save me rejection from my reflection. I want perfection. Whoa.
Earl, water,
Nice
plain
trick.
water.
Plain water.
You're not gonna drink out of the bottle. We have style.
Hey, man, class. Nothing but class around here.
Yeah. Mr. Harvin, you were born where?
I was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Elizabeth, New Jersey. How was the surrounding there that we get a picture of it?
Well, in 1967, when I was born, most of the surroundings were burning. Because of riots.
Wow.
And so because of that, my parents decided to then, when I was born, they thought it would be a clever thing if they had a boy to not let him grow up in such an environment, and they moved just slightly further in, about 15 minutes, to a town called Metuchen, and which was kind of a small, middle working class town, and I grew up there.
So it was too far away for you to throw stones?
Or Molotov cocktails, or any of the sort of things that were very popular at the time.
You see over there, there's a Tommy gun. Maybe that's a better choice.
Yeah, that came a little later in Elizabeth. That came a little later, but...
Okay, how was school?
School for me...
Good student, bad student?
I was not a very good student. I did well in literature and music, and that's how I started getting into music. School for me was... I wasn't a great student, but I did latch on to music very early, at a very young age. Yeah.
Okay. You studied music?
Yes, I did. I actually wanted to play the trumpet.
The trumpet?
But the way it transpired was that the trumpet, you had to rent it for the year, and my parents couldn't really afford to do that. They said, well, you can play the drums, because the drums stay at the school, but we only need to buy you the book and the sticks and the little wooden practice pad. Okay. So, and a buddy of mine was playing drums, so I said, well, okay, I'll play the drums.
So you spent woodshedding on the practice pad for...
Yeah, that's right, the little
years?
slanted old school ones. I don't know, do they still make those? I don't know.
Then you went to the University of Texas, right?
University of North Texas.
North Texas.
Well, at the time it was called North Texas State University, and they changed their name.
What took you from there, from the school?
Well, I had studied, basically when I started when I was 9, I got really lucky in that my grade school, the band director was a percussionist, so he made sure that the musicians that were in band and orchestra, he made sure that the drummers especially knew how to read and to play mallet instruments. So I basically started with orchestral percussion. That's how I started. Timpani, mallets, and orchestral snare. And by the time I got to be 12 or 13, I started, you know, buying rock and roll records and pilfering.
Such as?
You know, typical stuff.
Here rules the king.
The king.
Don't disappoint me now. Don't let me down.
I appreciate the king more now than I did then.
Okay,
I was
that's fair
more into
enough.
Zeppelin and you know, prog rock,
see,
and yes, you know.
You can't make a show with drum sound without John Bonzo Bonham of Led Zeppelin.
That's right.
He's king.
Yes. Tip of the cap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that sort of stuff, and also my father, he wasn't a musician, but he had because of his age, he had a lot of jazz records, not necessarily bebop, but more soul jazz type of stuff. So I started kind of pulling records out of his record collection when he wasn't looking, and kind of got into that and you know, old soul and jazz records and rock and roll at the same time.
Do you remember when so to say, the drums speak to you the first time when you kind of focused on a recording, like, wow, the drums. Can you remember? Was there a cue moment, so to say?
I can't remember one specific moment. I mean, but I definitely remember hearing. I had I got lucky in that I had a pretty wide variety of records available to me, and it struck me pretty early that how different different drummers would sound playing different kinds of music. I kind of that was always interesting to me. Like, well, why does the guy from Led Zeppelin sound like this, and he plays a 4-piece kit, and Elvin Jones, he also plays a 4-piece kit, but sounds totally different. So I got interested in that and tried to copy them, you know.
So you played along to records?
I played along to records a lot, yeah, and I also took some private lessons.
Do you think that's a good thing? Practice to records, put on a record and play along to it?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it helped me. I don't know if that helps everybody, but it helped me. I mean, I didn't have, you know, where I lived, there wasn't very many other musicians around, so I didn't have the chance to go and jam with people that often or whatever. So. Okay,
I see. Let's talk about one thing, because the funny thing is, when we meet, we never talk drums, or rarely, we talk cars.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm more into the motorcycles, but he bought a vintage motorcycle just this week ago. Tell me about it.
I bought a 1932 new Imperial motorcycle, a Model 23.
1932, you see?
Yeah.
But you know what the best part is? I just caught him yesterday when he was coming out of driving school.
Yes. That's right. That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
I've had a license. I've had a license since 1982, but it's not valid in Germany.
What the hell is going on over there? Oh my God. You're fired out, but you're not on the payroll. I can't fire you. I have some little noise here. Okay, Earl, I would say I finished the first part. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was our first part of Masshoff's Roundtable, and we'll be right back.